What's up, guys? On to another video. And before we get into this, if you hear any like noises in the background, such as like I don't know, like loud like noises, that's probably because there's like thunder outside and maybe fireworks out there. So, to my apologies if you hear any thunder in the background, okay? Because that's something that's completely out of my control. So, with that being said, let's get on to this. So by the thumbnail of this video, this might be the most controversial movie of 2026 and potentially the worst movie of 2026, depending on how the rest of the year goes, of course. And dude, like, the only thing I knew about Citizen Vigilante was that it was directed by a very controversial director. It stars a controversial star. This movie apparently got banned in like places like Germany for like allegedly promoting like anti-Islam or like and basically blatantly just going after immigrants and all that. And obviously I'm not gonna get into the politics and political stuff side of this movie because I'm not a political channel. Okay, I don't like talking about that. So for that, I'm not gonna go into that really because you know. Um, dude, my goodness, bro. Like, the moment I saw this was banned in multiple countries and basically all throughout Europe, I'm like, I have to watch this. Like, I have to, because it's like, what in the world could this movie possibly could have done for it to be banned in a country? And after watching it, I could see why some people banned this movie. Because, oh my god. Now, before we get into this, to give you some context, uh, the the main star, Army Hammer, is a very very controversial figure to where there was a lot of like allegations against him from multiple women of how he was like very abusive against them and allegedly did some assaults on them. He also like went on this bizarre rant, him claiming that he was like a cannibal or something like that. It was really bizarre, but I recommend you guys watch like documentaries on this to where he apparently like has had like a family, like his whole family is basically are just as evil as him, I guess. But with all that being said, Army Hammer basically, because of that, his career pretty much was severely damaged as a result. So this is considered his comeback film, even though I don't think he's going to be in another movie after this, to be honest. Maybe he will, but after he basically got blacklisted from Hollywood because of all the stuff he did. But yeah, that is really the background on the main actor. And I'm pretty sure Mark Hoffman also was in here from Saw, weirdly enough. I'm not sure, but, you know, maybe you guys could point that out in the comments and maybe I could correct myself in a future video. Who knows? And the director of this movie is Uwe Boll. Yes, that Uwe Boll. And I did went in a full video like explaining how like I saw some lightning out there. How I saw how Uwe Boll is literally known for as like a director who like is known for basically giving his most harshest critics by giving his most harshest critics basically into a boxing match, and how I said he was basically a big clown for doing that, and like this dude was just a joke of a director, and he would like make one of the worst movies you would ever see, dude. Basically all of his movies are all awful, pretty much. They're all bad. Oh my god, I'm sorry. Anyway, this movie overall was just not good. You know, I know. Again, there are some like like, literally by the end, this dude just blatantly just kills innocent people, pretty much, to where he kills a whole family, and basically everyone he kills in this movie, all ironically, are all undocumented immigrants, and how, like, in one of the news channels, they were saying, oh, all immigrants are a burden or something like to the society, and it's like, oh my god, bro. Oh god. It's one of those movies. Like, and then literally by the end, it basically advocates for vigilantism, I guess. After he just blatantly just kills a whole family by the end. Who are ironically also Muslim. Oh my god, bro. And also this movie was also endorsed by a certain trillionaire. Not gonna say who, but I'm gonna let you guys take a wild guess of who that is. It's like, this might arguably what is probably one of the most controversial movies I ever had to cover on this channel. Like, by a landslide. And probably the most controversial movie of 2026, by far. Like, this might be the World of the Worlds. Just because it's just... This movie is just bizarre. It's not just bad, it's just bizarre. Bizarrely bad. You know? And it's like this movie is just propaganda. Like, why it all of a sudden became a political thing? Like, my goodness. Oh my god, I'm speechless. I'm honestly speechless, guys. Like overall, this movie gets like a 2 out of 10, I guess, because Armie Hammer, I guess, is the only person in this movie that could actually act, because he's actually a pretty good actor, to be honest. But yeah, overall, this movie will forever have the legacy of starring a man who quite literally claimed to be a cannibal. It's directed by a guy who is known for fighting critics in a boxing ring. It was endorsed by a very controversial trillionaire. Yeah, he is a trillionaire, by the way. And also got banned in multiple countries. Or at least only got banned in, like, Germany or something like that, and all throughout Europe, pretty much. And also has a lot of political things against it, basically just blatant propaganda. So, wow. I have nothing to say about this movie. Like, it's crazy. Oh my god, it's raining bad out there. Oh my god. But yeah, man, I'm sorry for all the noises out there, but anyway, that's really overall my overall thoughts on this, really, to where, like, wow, guys, like, this is just crazy, you know, and it's also great to be back, because I'm sorry I haven't posted in the last couple of days, because, you know, of reasons, because it was the 4th of July and all that, and can't wait to, you know, make future videos, even if I do have a job, you know. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.